Donald Trump had an emotional moment with a tearful supporter. Former Miss Wisconsin USA Melissa Young, who is suffering from an incurable disease, thanked Donald Trump for his kindness over the years.
In the hospital, I received from you a handwritten letter that said, "To the bravest woman I know." And
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And you,
such a wonderful, beautiful woman. I mean, just an amazing woman. And are you coming along okay?
No, sir, but that's okay, because I'm here right now to thank you in person, and that was my biggest dream.
Melissa Young joins me from her hospital. Nice to talk to you, Melissa.
So nice to talk to you, Greta. It's such a pleasure being a fellow Wisconsinite.
And I'm very flattered indeed. I'm very proud of being from Wisconsin. Melissa, what did Donald Trump do for you? What led up to this?
I met Donald Trump back in 2005 when I was representing the state of Wisconsin in the Miss USA pageant live in Baltimore, Maryland. That night, I won Miss Congeniality, which was just such an honor to be voted that award by my fellow pageant sisters, who I love so dearly. But in that moment, when the lights went out and it wasn't live on television anymore, Donald Trump made his way to the stage with his beautiful wife, Melania. And they walked past the new winner, my dear friend Chelsea Cooley-Altman, and walked up to me. And Mr. Trump, he extended his hand and said, "Nice to meet you, Miss Personality." And in that moment, I realized that it wasn't just for him about the beauty, that it meant something to him to come to me and shake my hand for the way I guess my spirits were during the competition, and that's in my heart. Something just
And did you then write him a note? Is that it?
You know, later I did. Actually, he reached out to me first. Later on, years later, I was because of a doctor's medical negligence, I was stricken with an illness that there's no cure for me. And Mr. Trump heard about this years later. I gave birth to my son in 2008, and I received this in 2014. I was in the hospital really struggling and fighting hard. And at 8 a.m., hand-delivered was a message from Mr. Trump from New York, and I opened it. It was just this beautiful handwritten letter that said, "From the office of Donald J. Trump." And it said, "To the bravest woman I know." And he had wrote a special note in there for me to keep fighting. And he's obviously a very busy man. And for him to think of me that many years later and my struggle, it touched me in such a way, and it gave me fuel to keep fighting, to say that that somebody out there cares, somebody that is so important, that I looked up to as a little girl growing up, homeless and in extreme poverty. He's the American dream. I mean, I looked up to him since I was a little girl, so to receive that was just such an honor.
Well, I certainly appreciate you joining us tonight, Melissa, and I hope that modern medicine can do incredible things, and I wish you the best of luck and best of American medicine, Melissa. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Greta. Good night.